program, where they're at now, recruiting, those types of things, and just the big picture type stuff.
All right, I'll start with one. I think our kids have gotten off to a great start. I think that it was key that our non-conference schedule got going early and good, in a positive direction. We had some tough games early. We had a 6-game stretch there where we had some road games, one being at Houston, and Northern Arizona, and then some tough home games, with Oklahoma being in there too. And we were able to win all of those. And I think that allowed us to build some confidence with a brand new team that, where we could then maybe have some success in conference play. And I think, again, we got off to a good start there. We started with a win here against Air Force, and then a close one at Nevada. So we've won a lot of close games, and I think that's a credit to our kids, and how they've prepared and how they've executed down the stretch. I think it's big, too, that we've had 4 different kids. We've only won Player of the Week 4 times in a league, and we've done it with 4 different people. We've had 6 different leading scorers. So I think that's a credit to our depth and our bench, and my staff for doing a tremendous job recruiting and those kind of things, and to put us in a position to be able to have that many different talented players. So I'll get back to those things here in just a minute. Just like last year, our attendance has continued to increase as we've continued to win. And I'm glad that's happening. Our 2 biggest attended games were almost 6,000, and I think Vera did a tremendous job on both of those games, in getting people to come. Our next 2 home games. There's a road game sandwiched in between, but our next 2 home games, starting with Fresno, is huge. Obviously, the game will be for first place, so that makes it big as it is. They're very good. They have the best player in the league, arguably, but she is the leading scorer in the league. They will be obviously a tough matchup for us. It's Letterman Day. It's Domestic Violence Day for us as far as promotions. Giving away all the clear bags for the game, and there's a lot of reasons to come. Tickets are $2. I can't think of enough reasons why there are to come, and also throw in that we're 17-2 and in first place. So hopefully we can have a huge crowd for that game, followed by the next Saturday with Nevada. Cancer awareness. It'll be our 2nd team day. Our first team day was a huge success. Got us over 1,000 fans added to our total because we had team day. We're having another one of those, so good reasons to come. On a Saturday afternoon. Now, I'll briefly talk about recruiting real quick. I know I'm kind of bouncing back and forth, but you guys are smart people. I'm sure you can edit that right out back there in the back and do whatever you're going to do. Recruiting, obviously, the fall signing class was really good. And then, I can't talk about it yet because they can't sign until April. But staff has done such a good job. You will be shocked this spring. I'm still in a little bit of shock about it. So it's hopefully in the next few months we'll be able to get that out to you. Any questions about any of that?
Yeah, just with recruiting, obviously you guys keep winning, top 30 rankings. I mean, how much is that making it easier for you guys to go out
It
and
helps. Winning helps. We always talk about it. It's, winning is a big part of recruiting. And then having something, that you can tell them and sell them. And, we can sell them on style of play. We can sell them on having, people in the pros. We have those kind of things to sell. So there are a few strengths that we can sell. And that's what we've been doing, and the style of play has been huge, and now all of them watch us, online, every time we play, and it seems like every time we have a big win, it's like somebody else wants to commit.
So going back to the beginning of the season, I mean, obviously you had a great class coming in this year, knew you had some studs. I mean, did you expect it to go out this way? Did you see your team meshing like they are right now and having multiple players of the week, multiple leading scorers?
I don't know if I expected it, but I thought it could happen. And we've spent a lot of time, and this has been well rehearsed of in team chemistry. I'm sure you've heard about all that. So we've spent some time and effort into that. So I think that's helped. Definitely, our talent level helps as well. And we've had a huge influx of talent, and allows us to have those kind of things.
Have you had two freshmen starting for your team ever?
Since
Starting?
since I've been a head coach, yes.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's usually early when you start a new job.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Yeah.
because that's when you're changing over the roster. Because I never get a job where they're already good. The three I've gotten have been a little down, let's say.
Fresno's a really good team. I don't think people realize how good they really are. They've lost to UCLA, USC, Arizona State, all on the road, and then of course they lost to Boise just recently at home, I think it was. So, but this is a really good team. And then one thing I was looking at is, and I don't know if you noticed this or not. You probably did, obviously. But free throws. I've never seen a team make free throws. I wrote it down here: 889, 875, 844, and 778. That's 4 of the 5 starters. That's what they're shooting. And of course, their best player, like you say, Candace White, she's the one that has the lowest on the free throws, and that's 778. So that's free throws are really important. So
I'm trying to get people to come. You just told everybody that we have no chance to win.
Yeah.
No, I like. I got you. Well, maybe we got some too.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like my team too. No, we don't shoot free throws like that, but we'll do some other things. No, you are absolutely correct, and they're a good team. They lost to Southern Cal by 1. They lost to UCLA by single digits. Arizona State in a competitive game. So, yeah, their 5 losses are, and then Boise. Okay, well, that's all legit. And their other loss was opening day. Yeah, opening day. So that's been a long time. So you're right. They're very good. They're used to winning. They're old. They're experienced. It'll be really tough. We beat them in overtime up there last year. I think it was the last regular season game.
Yeah, just expanding upon that, you talked about the great players, Candace White. What are the keys? What do you have to do to get a victory?
Well, he says don't foul them because they're going to make all those. The one thing Fresno does, they really score the ball, and at a high rate. So we have to be able to defend them. We have to be able to rebound. And then at some point we're going to have to find a way to score. But I would say the key is, we have to be able to slow them down. They play really fast in transition too.
It's unusual for you to say we're going to have to slow them down.
Slow them down. I didn't say they're going to slow us down. But we can't let them just run around shooting layups all the time.
You talked about the depth of your team. How do you think opponents approach you? Because there's not just one person that they're going to have to watch out for.
Yeah, hopefully it's causing problems for the other team. I wished I knew. Maybe that would help us for the next time we play them. But, I would think that, they would have to prepare for several different things Hopefully, it's probably helpful.
And what does that do for your team itself? Because they're not just looking at one star player; they're all kind of together.
It makes it easier when no one player has pressure on them to have to do it every night. And we've been fortunate enough that we've found at least one or two, on any given night to be able to contribute.
You've gone through a stretch where you were winning by scoring a lot of points. The last several games, obviously, were slower, closer. Where do you think your team has improved the most in the first 19 games?
Yeah, I think mentally we've gotten better. We can win the grinded out games, and we've had to do that in the last 5 games. So I think that's probably where we've made the biggest improvement. Mentally we're tougher.
And the flip side of that, what's the biggest thing you need to keep improving?
Probably the same thing. Unfortunately, I don't know if it's unfortunate. It's this is who we are. This isn't the team that's going to go and get 95. We might on occasion, but this isn't the team. But this is a team that can win a lot of games, and we have to be us. And you'll hear, if you could hear in the huddles all the time during games, let's be us, just be us. We don't have to be special. We just have to be us. We have enough talent.
So going to the AP poll, I mean, guys getting some looks now, 27 in the coaches poll, 31 in the AP. I mean, do you feel like you guys should be a top 25 team? And how you feel, just getting more looks and stuff like that too?
I think it's great for the kids. I think it would be great if something like that were to happen. And I hate to be the one to just cliche it up, but it's out of our control. We try to control us, and we've done a good job of that. So clearly my wife didn't know we were having a press conference today. Control us, and that's all we can do, and we got to prepare each day to get better. That's it.
Yeah, you talked about this a little bit, but having a lot of different players that can step up and score in different situations, you've had to be in these late game situations where we have to drop a play and we have to score. What's that like having 3 or 4 different kids you can draw it up for?
Yeah, well, we had it in back-to-back games. One time we threw it to Jasa, she got a 3-point play, and the next game we threw it to Jayla, and she hit a 3. And then the Wyoming game, AR scores the last 7 of the game. So that was 3 games in a row. She calling you now? So it's 3 games in a row that we've had 3 different players do it, literally.
So getting back to fouls, and really the importance of having certain players on the court at the end of games. How do you emphasize to your key players how important it is maybe to stay out of foul trouble, even to the point where you're saying, hey, you'd almost rather give up a layup than risk the chance of them trying to defend it and fouling them. I think of Jasa and then Asia, amongst everybody. You've got 5 good kids out there all the time, but how sometimes a possession, hey, give them 2 points rather than risk.
And I think it's just, playing smart. You have to recognize the situation. We try to remind them as much as we can. One, to stay out of foul trouble, but if you're in that spot, we have to know time and score, and the situation and who you are. You got to know all those things. We work on that. We work on late game situations probably more than anybody. It's an everyday thing for us.
Yeah. So like when you go into the second half, and certain key players have 0 or 1 foul. It's just so much.
It makes it easier. The one thing I'll say is I don't worry about it till they get 4. But that's just me. And you've noticed, and if you've been around the whole time, if we'll play people with 2 and 3 fouls in the first half. back whenever, and it was the rule that when they got their second foul, they couldn't play till the second half, and you look at the box score, and they got 2 fouls when the game ends. I mean, you get 5 of them now. So, we're going to play them. I mean, I played Jason 7.5 consecutive minutes with 2 fouls in the second quarter. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, you can lose the game in the second quarter just as easy as you can lose it in the fourth.
So Asia, she goes 100 miles an hour, and you worry a little bit when, I mean, twice now, just in the last few weeks, she's laying on the ground there like I don't know what's wrong with her, I mean, do you worry about that, or you just know she's going to get up, or what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, my kids jump on the trampoline every day. If I sit there and watch that stuff and worried about it, that's all I'd do. So I just tell her to go be the best player, and that's all she does. I mean, when they fall down and don't get up, do you worry? I mean, yeah, you start to worry then a little bit, but not prior.
Any final questions for Coach? If I give him another thing real quick.
You may have addressed this, and if you
Okay.
did, I apologize. But basically, going into the year with so many freshmen and sophomores playing the roles that they're playing, where you are right now, are you at all surprised by this, or are you?
Yeah, it's a tough one. Again, I'm not surprised. I don't know that I expected it, but you know what I'm saying? Like, we knew who they were and how good they were. You never know for sure when they've never played a college game, but you knew there was a chance, that they could be special and that this team could be special.
One final one if we got it.
Guys, I really appreciate you coming. Hopefully this helps. And, if you get a chance, make sure you spread the word. Come out this weekend. All right, good deal. Yeah.